They're gonna put me in the movies. They're gonna make a big star out of me.
Hi, I'm Christoph. Thank you for coming to the Bakersfield Interest. With me sitting right here in a fortuitous moment is Mr. Honorable Buddy Owens. Buddy, thanks for coming.
Oh, you're very welcome. Matter of fact,
Thanks for coming to the Crystal Palace.
well, you know, my father passed away a few weeks ago, and we had talked about me coming and playing sometime, and just never got around to it while I was alive, and so it just seemed natural that I try to carry on some of what he has started for such a long time, and so I'm really looking forward to the opportunity to hook up with some of my old friends in Bakersfield. I actually grew up here and lived here until I was 19 or so, and I've been living in Phoenix now for most of the last 30 years or so.
Wow.
Yeah.
So, are you telling me that this is your first time on the Crystal Palace stage?
It's my first time to actually be the quote unquote the performer of the night.
Wow.
You know, I've come here several times while he's been playing, and we've watched him play, and he'll get me up to sing 4 or 5 songs. And he had this old trick of his that you know, about the time he was ready to go, you know, get off the stage, he'd call me up, and then I'd sing 3 or 4 songs, and I'd turn around looking for him, and they'd say, "Oh, he's in his car. He's been in his car for 15 minutes, headed to his ranch." So I'm like, "Great!" So I would usually end up playing for a half an hour. I've known the guys for such a long time, and they know a lot of my songs. So we just have a real good time. I had a real good time with them, but this is my first time being the featured performer, and I'm really excited about it.
I'm excited for you.
Thank you.
What's your style of music particularly?
Well, it's a lot like my dad's, only I would say with a little bit more of a you know, leaning towards old rock, old classic rock flavor. When I recorded for Capitol Records. Had 11 albums out, and I recorded. I did some of my own material that I wrote. I did several covers, a couple of like Creedence Clearwater Revival covers,
Right.
and did Lodi and Look Out My Back Door, a song called Another Saturday Night, which was an old pop song.
I know that one.
And you know, and then most of it was probably back then, it was classified a little more as country rock, I suppose. And
okay.
you know, and so that's kind of what I do. But now I've kind of leaned back a little bit more toward some of my parents' roots, and you know, I do a lot of old George Strait, a lot of old, you know, do some David Allan Coe, and you know, some of the twangy things are kind of fun to do now. And I used to kind of be down on all the twang, and now it's so much fun to sing. I sing a lot of it.
How long are you going to be in town?
I'm actually going to be here, scheduled to leave on Sunday, so I'll be here a couple nights playing, and then probably what I will end up doing is about once a month I'm going to come over, at least once a month, to come over and play again, and you know, maybe as much as twice a month sometimes. So we'll just kind of see how it goes, and you know, if the demand is there, I'll play a little more.
Well, I'm sure it will be.
Well, I hope you're right.
Hey, I heard you practicing when I was back in the lobby. I didn't want to bother you guys, and oh my gosh, best way to say it.
Yeah, thank you. We have a good time, and you know, my main goal is to make sure everyone has a really good time. If they want to get up and dance, let them, you know, whatever you came here to do, that's what I want you to do. You know, if you want to have a drink or something, go right at it. They have great food here at the Crystal Palace, so if you know, if you come out early enough, you can have dinner, you can dance. There's lots of chances for you single people to meet other single people, and it's a fun place. It really is if you've never been here.
Buddy, is there a BuddyOwens.com out there yet?
Nope, not yet, and I'll probably, I may end up starting something like that, I've been in radio. I was in radio for the better part of the last 30 years, really, 27 years almost. In Phoenix, my brother and I and my father owned radio stations in Phoenix, and they were quite successful. And so music kind of started taking a back seat, at least singing music started taking kind of a back seat. So I really, didn't do many dates, didn't sing much, and picked the guitar up occasionally. So in the last year or so, I've started picking it up a lot more, and I've started doing several dates. Where I live in Phoenix, I do 1 or 2 a month, and that's about all I want to do. But I'll probably likely start doing up to 4 or 5 a month, and get it up to 50 or 60 or so. Get this muscle back in shape a little bit.
Get yourself a voice trainer.
That's right.
Yeah, something like that.
Sure.
Well, buddy, I appreciate your time, and I know you're in a hurry, but thank you very much for coming in.
Thank you so much for having me on. We'll do it again sometime, all right?
You know what? I would love to when you have more time.
Very much like
bring some friends. I wouldn't mind if you brought Brad or Garth or anybody like that.
Okay.
I love Garth, by the way.
I will definitely do that.
It would be great, and thank you very much again. And for the viewer, this was your special, extra special feature. Thank you for coming.
Together again, my tears have stopped falling.